Welcome to the Club World Cup final preview. Welcome, guys. It's lovely to have you back on my channel. And I think, as we all know, the Club World Cup has started in, I think, a month now, and then a whole lot of teams. But then finally, it has come down to only two in the form of two European giants. That's Chelsea and then PSG. Yes, and on this episode, I think we'll delve into some of the lineups that we think that both teams should go into this final with, and then some of the tactics that some of these teams should deploy in the final, notably Chelsea. Yes, and then secondly, I think we'll also delve into what this winning this Club World Cup will mean to either side. That's Chelsea or PSG. Yes. So now I think let's start with Chelsea. I think going up against Paris Saint-Germain is going to be a very, very, very tough game for Chelsea, because currently PSG are playing, I think, the most beautiful, the most attractive kind of football in the in world football right now. So I think going up against this kind of thing, you really need a whole lot. You need a whole lot. Yes. So I think first of all, we should delve into what I think Maresca and his boys should do in this game, at least to stand a chance. Yes. So first of all, let's go into the starting lineup that I think Chelsea should deploy in this game. Coming up against this PSG team, we know how dominant they are, how ball resistant, like how resistant they are when it comes to holding the ball. You hardly you can't take the ball easily from them. Yes, they are so good on the ball. So I think going into this game, as I said in my previous video, I think Chelsea and Maresca should go into this game with a 3-5-2 formation. Yes, the 3-5-2 formation, and you are going to see that shortly on your screens. And I think with this, the people that I think should be in this game, right, will be as follows, right? So first of all, I think they should have Sanchez in goal as usual, and then with the three back, people may not agree with me on this, but then I think that was going to be a very good option for Chelsea. At the right side of the three central defenders should be Regimes, right? People usually complain of his injury records and stuff, but anytime this guy comes into a game, he's so good, right? He provides what they lack. Going forward, very efficient. Defensively, very solid. Yes, so I think Reece James should be there in the as one of the three central defenders. In the middle of that back line should be Colwell, right? And then on the left side should be Chaluba, right? Now coming into the middle, that's where the packing has to be done, right? So let's go. On the right side of this Chelsea team should be Neto. The three in the middle should be Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. And then on the left side of that midfield should be Cucurella. And I'll be explaining their functions and what they have to do during that game. So up top should be João Pedro and then Delap as the two top strikers in this formation. Good. So I think with this formation, when Chelsea are defending, you see that on your screen soon. When Chelsea are defending, should be in the 5-4-1 formation. 5-4-1 formation. Right. With this 5-4-1 formation, the fullbacks in the middle have to drop. That's when Chelsea are without the ball, when defending. When Chelsea are behind the ball, Chelsea have to let their fullbacks in the form of Neto and Cucurella join the central defenders. That's the three central defenders. To give them that compactness at the back. And then in the middle, we should have the players in the form of Kopama, Caicedo, and then Enzo. With one of the top strikers. You know, I said we should be having two strikers. So with one of the top strikers dropping into midfield, depending on where the ball is. right? So let's say when the ball is at the right side of the Chelsea defense, Delap can drop and then join the midfielders, making 4 midfielders, right? With the 2 fullbacks joining the defense, making 5. So Delap joining the midfielders, the 3 in the middle, will be making 4, right? So let's say when the ball is at the right side of the Chelsea defense, they are going to have Neto, James, Palmer, and then Delap defending on that right side of the Chelsea defense. If the ball is on the left side of the Chelsea defense, we have to see Cucurella, Enzo, and then one striker. That's the second striker, João Pedro, also dropping deep to help Enzo and then Cucurella defend on that left side of the Chelsea defense. This is going to ensure that Chelsea has that compactness in the middle of the pack. You get it? To defend properly against this PSG side. Because we know PSG has the quality to break down any kind of defense. You get it? Let's say you are playing on a normal, let's say 4-3-3 formation. PSG can easily break down this kind of formation. And even with this 3-5-2 formation, they have that quality to break this kind of formation as well. Because they have everyone available. They have the tools. They have the players to break down any kind of defense in the world right now. So to be on the safer side, I think Chelsea should go with a 3-5-2 formation to give them that compactness, that stability. Right? So going forward, right, Chelsea should have the likes of Delap, João Pedro, and then at least one fullback. That's what I think. So going forward, let's say Neto bumps forward to join the strikers with the likes of the midfielders, Palmer and Co also joining. If Neto is on the right wing, Cucurella has to stay just to give that support, joining the 4-back. Right? So just in case the ball is lost, Cucurella will be available to cover up. Same way, if the ball is on the left side of the Chelsea attack, Cucurella bumps forward. I think Neto should also stay a little bit behind, just in case the ball is lost when they want to defend. So I think this will help Chelsea a lot, because it's going to give them that compactness when defending. Because PSG always flourish when there's lots of gaps in between your lines. So Chelsea has to be very, very super compact. They have to be super compact when it comes to playing against this PSG side, especially their midfield. Right? So I also went for this Chelsea defense because these players are very comfortable on the ball. Right? And then PSG really likes to press. So coming up against a team that presses a lot, presses very high, you need ball playing center backs, players who are very comfortable on the ball. Else, it's going to be a very big problem. So I opted for James, who is very good on the ball, Koro, very good on the ball, and then Chaluba, who is as well very good on the ball. So even if PSG press so high, Chelsea can play out of the back and then move forward. But if you go with players who aren't so comfortable on the ball, the likes of Badiashile, he isn't so comfortable on the ball. So if you go with this kind of defender in your central defense, playing in a 3-back with players who really like to press in the likes of Dembele, Doué, and then Kvaratskhelia, it's going to be a very big problem for you. Yes, so that's what I think Chelsea should do in defense when building up. And then in the middle, I opted for this 5 in the middle because I think Caicedo is the only player in the Chelsea setup currently who is so super defensive. He works a lot. He covers a lot of grounds. But then in this situation, he alone can't do the job. PSG has a super midfield. Players who are very intelligent, disciplined on the ball, have the quality to hold on to the ball and do whatever they like on their day. So in the situation where you don't want this PSG midfield to have their day, I think you have to be locked in the midfield. The midfield has to be staffed. It has to be stacked with a lot of people. Yes, with this, I think that's where Chelsea may stand a chance. That's where they may stand a chance. And I opted with Kopama, obviously, who has to be in there. That he is one of the players who can unlock or give these kind of killer passes at any moment. Anytime Delap or Joao Pedro make runs into the PSG lines. So obviously, we need players like Kopama in that Chelsea midfield to give those kind of passes. We know he isn't the best of defenders. He isn't the best when it comes to defending. But then when it comes to releasing the ball, okay, in transition, especially when Chelsea hits PSG on the counter attack, we need players like Kopama who is going to give that deadly pass. That's going to unlock that PSG defense. Yes, so his presence is very, very, very needed. Yes, so if Maresca is really going to listen, right? This is what I think he should go with. And these players also have to be very disciplined. Because PSG, they press a lot. A lot. They don't get tired. Right? So, I also went for this 3-5-2 formation because the likes of Achraf Hakimi, in this tournament, not just in this tournament, the whole season coming in to this tournament has been very brilliant. Right? So this formation, this 3-5-2 formation, is going to help neutralize his movement. Hakimi in this tournament has 2 goals and then 2 assists in 6 games so far this season. What does this tell you? Going forward, he's very dangerous. Yes, so having this formation on the right side of Chelsea defense, we are going to have James, Neto, Palmer, Delap covering up. Let's say maybe Delap doesn't even drop when it comes to the final third because he's going to come too deep. So let's say we are going to have Neto, James, and then Palmer closing him up at that area. So there's going to be a lot of people his movement and his effectiveness. Right? Because we've seen what he can do. He's so dangerous. Right? And then aside him, there's also Kvaratskhelia on that same side. So Kvaratskhelia, Hakimi. If you don't have at least 3 to 4 players around that area covering them up, you are going to have a problem. So I think that's where Caicedo will also come in. So at least we'll have Neto, Rhys James, who is very good at defending, Palmer, and then Caicedo covering up at that area. Right. So on the other hand, it's going to be Cucurella, Enzo, Chalobah also covering up in that area against the likes of Doué. And then Nuno Mendes, who is very quick on the ball as well. So as you can see, this PSG side is very good, like all round. It's an all-round team. They have everything. So personally, I think Maresca should go with this formation because Chelsea has the quality. They have players who can play in this system. A whole lot of players, right? So I think this formation is really going to favor Chelsea going into this game. But then I saw an interview of Maresca when he was asked what does he think of people saying Chelsea is going to suffer against this PSG side. He asked them who said. He asked them who. So saying this, I don't know if it means your man wants to open up the game and play their normal game. Who knows? But then I think personally, this is what I think Chelsea should do if they really stand a chance in this game. Right? So now, let's go to the PSG side that I think will start this game. In this game, I think PSG are not going to change anything out of this lineup. Right?
There's Beraldo who came into this game because Pacho got a red card, right? And he's still out. So I think he was the only change that happened. And I think this lineup is going to be maintained, right? So this lineup with Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi at right back, Marquinhos, and then Beraldo in the middle as central defenders, and then Nuno Mendes as left back. Vitinha as the holding midfielder as usual. Neves and then Rui up top, up in front of him as the 6 and then the 10, as the 8 and then the 10. Sorry, as the 8 and then the 10. Due, Dembele, and then Kvaratskhelia up top. I think this formation or this lineup is the same thing that's going to happen in the final. I don't see any change happening. Yes. So with this PSG setup, you can see one key thing about them is they really like to press. They don't get tired. Up top, they have Due, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia. Since this Club World Cup started, they have this routine when it comes to right from kickoff. They kick the ball into your final third. That's when they rush you quickly because they want to start the press right there. Get the ball and then punish you. Yes, that's one of their key strengths. Aside being brilliant footballers, they are not lazy. They are so hardworking. Yes, so I think the way PSG really presses, that's where Chelsea are going to have a problem. But then opting for players who are so comfortable in the ball, that may give Chelsea a chance. Because we saw it against Real Madrid. They pressed really high. They don't even give you a chance to breathe. No breathing space. And then aside them being very active when pressing, when running back to these fullbacks, the likes of these wingers, the likes of Due and then Kvaratskhelia, they track back very well. They don't get tired. They are not lazy. They track back very well. This helps, right? This helps in their compactness. This helps in them defending very well. Because their record in this Club World Cup is very massive. Right? Since the Club World Cup started, they've conceded just one, scoring 16 goals. 16 goals and conceding just one. That tells you it's a collective effort. Their wingers drop back. At the same time, when they hit you on the counter or when they are hitting you in your final third, you are really going to feel it. Yes, so these are modern wingers. Every club loves this. A winger who tracks back, who works for the team. Going forward, fantastic. Kvaratskhelia has that. Due has that. Yes, so I think this is what PSG or this is what Chelsea will be coming up against this PSG side. So they have to be very cautious because PSG are going to hurt you on any day with the kind of quality they have. Yes. So I think these are some of the things that is going to mean for both clubs. Any of them who wins the Club World Cup. This is what it's going to mean to them. First of all, let's go to Chelsea. Chelsea winning the Club World Cup will be the second one in their history. Now, secondly, Chelsea winning this trophy is going to mean the second trophy this season under Maresca. Plus Champions League football. That's brilliant. In your first season, Champions League football, Conference League won, and then the Club World Cup also being won. That's going to be massive for them. Right? It's going to be massive. It's going to be an important one and a very big morale booster. Right? And then it gives a sense of confidence, right? And it's going to be a very big statement for this Chelsea side. Because a big statement in the sense that the lack of respect for Chelsea these days right? It's too much. The level of respect that Chelsea has had, that Chelsea has amassed in the past, has dropped massively, drastically. So I think winning this is going to be a big statement for Chelsea, for Maresca and his boys. Yes. So I think this is what it's going to mean to this Chelsea. Now let's go to PSG. If they win this, they are going to be the first French side to win the Club World Cup. Massive, right? And I think if they win it, they deserve it. Because with the kind of football they've played for the past 1 year, I think they've been so solid. And then I think they're winning this tournament is going to be, I think, the 5th trophy for them this season. The 5th trophy for them this season. And then mind you, there's the match against Tottenham also at the side, which is the UEFA Super Cup. Right? So if they win that too, it's going to be the 6th trophy for them. Right? So with this kind of football, as I said earlier, they are playing. They really deserve all these accolades. Luis Enrique is doing a fantastic job. And secondly, this is going to affirm their dominance in European and world football at large. I won't lie to you. Because you can't mention a team currently who is doing what PSG is doing. Yes, and I think they really deserve this. And then this is going to mean that they are affirming their dominance, as I said earlier. And then next, this is going to mean that they are putting French football where it belongs. Because the disrespect has been too much. To the point of people comparing the French league to the Saudi Pro League and stuffs. As we all know, the Saudi Pro League is built on money. You can buy the players, you can buy everyone, but you can't get that fan base, that love that people have in European football. You can never get it, and it's a fact. You can buy the players, and we can confirm from this. Most of these players go there, get the money, and then come back to Europe. That's basically what everyone is doing right now. So what's the point of all this? Comparing the French league to the Saudi Pro League. So disrespectful. So PSG winning this is going to say a lot to their critics. Yes. So I think this brings us to the end of today's episode. So I think in the final, we'll be expecting to see a very delicious one, a very competitive one. That's what we love. We don't want it to be a one-way game. So as football fans, we all pray we get the kind of game that we want. Yes, so after that, we'll be back here and then delve into the final, what happened, the results,